hello and welcome to another video on media discernment. My name is Cool Guy for you. So I primarily want this I'm making this video for generally folks who are interested in media discernment, who want to learn about media discernment, or parents. I think that's important, and certainly Christians as well. I think it's high time we do some media discernment. In this video I'm going to primarily go over just I hope swiftly, more than the other video. It was like a half-hour video. Oh my gosh, for something I could have done in like 3 minutes, I think. I'm going to go over kind of different areas of media that you got to watch for with your kids or stuff like that, and just how much different media influence there is. But overall, media can be broken down into two areas. Both involve the senses, obviously. Who knows if there's more areas of media than this, but I'm just thinking of well, no, not in this sense, I guess. Who knows? But anyhow, one is your ears. Your ears, hear the audio. Whatever Hollywood wants to push, they'll, push that. Let's say, a bunch of swearing. You start the movie, there's a bunch of swearing. That happened to me once. The very opening was swearing, and it's just a garbage show. So that is why we need to discern audio in terms of dialogue and words that are spoken. Hey, is this show doing a lot of swearing? Is it not? And that's probably the lesser one. Probably the bigger element is secondly, your eyes. Your eyes, read whatever's on the screen, and obviously see all the video portrayed on the screen, probably like you're doing now. Not just probably. What am I saying? Anyhow, we keep the botches in my videos. I don't exclude any botches. That's fine. I don't mind not perfect. I'm not perfect. Chances are you aren't either, so whatever. But anyhow, so that second element, seeing everything on the screen, is why we should discern what's being portrayed in the video in terms of what happens, what's being shown, what's hidden in a scene, maybe maybe even subtle things like logos, symbols, or even symbolism. Who knows? But that's the more minor point that I wanted to make, but it goes along with this, and it's a good thing to talk about, certainly. So with video, it would be like anything Hollywood wants to push. Let's say this non-married couple, it alludes that they slept together or whatever. That would be something to discern. Or action movie with over-the-top violence, that would be something to discern. I can't think of any more examples, so let's just move on. That's how we do this. If I can't ramble, we move on. Alright, so there are all sorts of media forms today, which can can't really be covered in totality in this video, because I probably ain't even thinking of 100 of them, but I just wrote down whatever I could think of. So here are some obvious kinds that I'm aware of. I made a list. So, and just to keep in mind, we are constantly being bombarded with all this kind of media, all of it. So, and this is for parents to ponder too with your kids. This is something to ponder. So we have newspapers. The newspapers, say whatever. Maybe you read it or your kids read it, whatever. Most likely the father, but I'm still saying it's a media source. So that's a simple way that media gets to you. There's podcasts, which are like those internet audio things. Those are another area of media that you might not even know that your kids are listening to. So, that's another area of media that people can get to. Then another area is probably a more so older one than podcasts. It's magazines. Magazines are another form of media, and those are all over and everywhere. That is something everybody's bombarded with. I mean, going to a simple whatever grocery store, and I'll make a separate video on this in one particular regard, but you go to a grocery store and they don't have just a section on that has magazines for the people who want to go and get the magazines. They have where you're forced to go, the checkouts. They bombard you with all sorts of different magazines. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's a good thing, and I don't think that's fair. So that's another area of media, and that's an area of media your kids can't avoid, because if you're going through the checkout line, your kids are going to be stuck there, so they're going to be staring. They're going to be looking, no matter what, pretty much at those magazines. You got to protect your kids. You got to protect your kids somehow. So that would be something to think about and plow through and come up with some sort of strategy with. But I wanted to kind of do a separate video on that. I don't have a solution, but who knows. Another area of media is webcasts. I don't even know why I put that on there, because I don't think I'm familiar with webcasts. I suppose that's just like some sort of, I don't know, some sort of website video thing. I don't know. Anyhow, let's move on, because I'm being a dummy. For some reason I wrote it down, and I don't even know how to explain it, or the official term of what it is. I probably look stupid now, but who cares? It is crazy warm. It's not that I'm under pressure. It's that it's crazy hot and humid out, so I'm like sweating up a storm. But I'm still making videos. Give me credit. All right. So another area of media is radio. It's an older style of media, but you can pick whatever station you want, and also in that, a part of radio is you get bombarded with ads in between the songs, kind of. So, but that's going to be a separate bit, I think. Yeah. So, radio is a old time big deal. Before internet stuff was radio stuff. So, so that's another way people can get kind of bombarded with media. A newer area of media is like Google Hangouts. I know what that is. Maybe that's similar to webcasts, I suspect. So Google Hangout is on YouTube or whatever. You have like this group of people, and you can all talk together and hang out in like a video chat type thing, and you can record it and have it on YouTube, essentially. So that's my basic explanation of that, and that's also a way that people could, kind of get involved with media, or create media, or just watch media even. You can watch a discussion on something, who knows. And another traditional, old style, classic is TV. If there's something that bombards us with media, it's certainly TV. That's an area for you to definitely monitor with your kids. So I would recommend having one TV in the family room, and limited time, maybe half hour, whatever, half hour a day or whatever, and then also that it's facing where the parents typically are. Like it's not facing a corner so you can't see what's on the dang TV. That's stupid. You'll want to see what's on the TV. So if there's little kids or whatever. So that's a huge area of media where people are bombarded. And then given now that there's smart TVs and stuff, you're going to want to monitor that all the more as a parent. And then another area is it's a subtopic of TV, but not if you go out to them, but movies. Hollywood loves to bombard you with all this garbage, bunch of hot garbage. So movies are another area of media. They make a bunch of, I'm going to do a separate video on this probably, but they make a bunch of movies PG-13 deliberately. I think it's clear as night as day, deliberately, just to get your kids money, and that in turn exposes them to all this garbage, which I think is the dumbest thing ever that one could do. So movies, you're going to want to also keep an eye on. You don't want to just send your kid to any PG-13 movie or something, or let them go, or take them to any PG-13 movie. The PG-13 movies are essentially R-rated in disguise. That's essentially what they are, in my opinion, at least. So that's another area. It'll be funny if this video is as long as the other one. I'm gonna be really amused if it is, given this pace. Another huge area of media these days is video games. There can be all sorts of things in video games, so that's another thing where parents should keep a bit of an eye on your kids. There's all sorts of subtle, smaller ways that things can kind of sneak in, let's say. And you definitely want to keep a good cap on their interaction with anybody else online. There's ways they can get into contact with people. There's ways they can get into friends with people online, and you definitely want to keep an eye on that, because that could lead to who knows what kind of bad situation, all sorts of different scenarios there. So you as a parent, you want to keep an eye out on the video game stuff for a bunch of different reasons. And then probably the biggest topic, and the one with the most common sense that's needed, is the internet in general. That's probably the biggest area of media right now, and probably will be for probably decades more until it's replaced by something. That's quite simply an area of media that you as a parent if you're a parent, you should probably limit the bugger to a half hour on there. You know, and there's obviously, you know, dozens of risks putting your kid on the internet. They don't even need to look for anything negative. They can simply run into it innocently. And then that can't be reversed. That can't be reversed. So you as a parent, you need to protect your kid. So I suppose I should do a different video on that alone. But, quite simply, limit the time. Have the screen always be facing the parents. So the time limit, having the screen facing the parents, only one bit in the family room, and quite simply not to be used after a certain time or whatever, just simply during the day, and stuff like that, and having strong filter and everything like that. Another thing is only let them go where you even find safe. Just don't let them just pretty much go anywhere. They're going to run into garbage somewhere. So chances are, it happened to me simply with Twitter, to be honest. I wasn't simple as that. Just was just on Twitter. Garbage randomly found. It's just what happens. So that's why I want to caution you, as a parent, just really monitor, really keep your kids safe. Don't let them get exposed to any garbage. Okay. All right. Another area is music. Music is a big industry. This is, man, I should probably make different videos for all this kind of stuff. But music / music videos, let's say. I should probably add celebrities as well. Yeah. Considering. So music. Music, it's got whatever lyrics. They purposely make it catchy as heck. So you as a parent, especially given whoever it is, you need to not only keep tabs on who it is, but what the music is saying, what kind of music it is, all sorts of different things. Is the music, are there swear words in the music? What's the music talking about? What are the lyrics? You need to discern the lyrics. Come on. So, and you need to know who your kid is listening to music to, because chances are they're going to put that person as a role model if they're so interested in the music of that person. So really be cautious in that area. So that kind of ties into celebrities, which, like music celebrities or whatever. Just really know who they are and what they're for, I guess. What are they for? What are they against? What do they believe? What are they promoting? What are they doing in media? Are they doing good in media or not? And probably the simplest way to check that out is where it ties into, let me make another bit, music videos. All right, those would be the thing to check out. If your kid is interested in music by this person, go check out their music video. That will tell you a lot, okay? So that is something to also, keep an eye on with your kids and monitor. I didn't mean to go off on celebrities so much as kind of role models and the music video type thing. There's also manga and books. Those are also a media source, very popular, traditional. So you could get all sorts of things from that as well. So you'll want to keep an eye on that as well, quite simply. I think this is really becoming more of a parenting type video than media discernment, but whatever. It's still in general good ideas and advice. And what I was talking about before with internet is, I got the heading here. The point is, websites. I already hit home that topic. You're going to want to only allow them to go to websites that you deem safe, and that is completely safe from any garbage. Which actually ties into another topic I didn't even get into, which is, well, I kind of did, social media. It's kind of like a subtopic of websites, which is a subtopic of internet. Social media. As I was saying before, social media isn't safe from that garbage anymore, any sort of garbage anymore. So even with all their social media stuff, keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. What pages do they have liked, or just in general what they're doing on social media. What was that other topic? I was just gonna write it down. No, come on, I had it. Social media. Dang it, I lost the thought. I was gonna write down another topic as I was going on about that, but anyhow, social media. Yeah, social media ain't safe. You gotta keep an eye on what they're doing with social media. So, which kind of ties into, let me just briefly talk about it. That kind of social media stuff, it delves into, all these wireless devices and smartphones and all that garbage. You're going to want to keep an eye on that, and you're going to want to keep that within healthy bounds. You should have it, only like a half hour with whatever device, smartphone, cell phone, whatever, with social media or whatever the case, anything wireless with, internet signal or whatever. You're going to want to limit that to like a half hour. You're going to want to only have it during the day for them, and you're going to want to establish the simple good rule of, like, I just offer as a solution or whatever, a good thing. Let's say just, keep it within a certain family room. Keep it in the family room, and then, overnight, let's say, a good solution so there's no riffraff. Let's say the parents lock such devices, such cell phones, in a little box in the family room overnight, and the parents get to keep the key, so the kids cannot get the key, so that they cannot get those silly devices. Give them a book to read at night instead. Simple as that. And my last point is advertising. Advertising is another area of media that we're probably also constantly bombarded with. And with advertising, quite simply, just the simple point, advertising is used more successfully in a sexual way. So the sexual advertising is going to be pretty much everywhere. So just in a general sense with kids or whatever on the internet, you're going to want to keep an eye on that. But anyhow, the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. New forms of media are probably already being made as I did this video that's probably way longer than I thought it would be. So I really do hope this will be useful to someone, whether it is parents or individuals, whatever the case. This kind of turned out to be more of a parenting type thing than a general media discernment type thing, but I hope I made some good legit points. Anyhow, and we're working on normalizing this mic at a distance, so this video was helpful to me as well as we try and make some improvements again. Anyhow, thank you very much. Stay tuned for more. Feel free to subscribe, join the Cool Clan by doing such, and stay tuned for some media discernment at some point. Who knows when, but I want to get like a set of 5 videos before I roll out a certain regard. With certain channel components, I want there to be like at least 5 videos, and then roll them out a certain week, and then build up another 5 videos, roll them out a certain week. So I'm just working on, you know, new areas of the channel, and I want there to be enough quantity in a given week to roll out with. I don't want to just do one video at a time. I don't like that. I want 5 videos for a given week on a certain channel component. That's what I want. So anyhow, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more media discernment type videos, I guess. And thank you very much for watching. And quite simply, as always, take her cool.